Hello and welcome to this timeless pick a card reading. It is timeless, right? So whenever you are guided here, whenever you are divinely called to do this pick a card reading, it's the perfect time for you. So today's pick a card topic is messages on manifestation. So one of the things, or a couple of the things that I'm going to read through or go through for you is what is the current energy surrounding something that you're aiming to manifest? What's blocking it from coming forward and coming to be? A tip or a step that you can take in order to help that come to be. And then finally, I'm going to give you some insight into signs and synchronicities that Spirit is going to use in order to communicate with you on this manifestation. So to pick your pile, we're going to do a little bit of the clear sight, or we're going to call on our ability to see things clearly and respond through vision. All right, so you can keep the eyes open or you can close them down, but just start to breathe in through the nose. And as you exhale, settle your energy into the heart space. And start to see your manifestation coming to fruition right in your heart. So right in that ability to give and receive love, that heart center, start to really invite it in. Use the breath to let the vision expand. Let it become even more vibrant, even more potent, maybe even feeling it. And then I have 3 piles here today to choose from. So allow that manifestation to continue to be there, staying centered there. And then ask Spirit to show you, to highlight to you which pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, has a message for you. And once you have that pile down, you can go ahead and check the video description and you'll see timestamps and then head over to your reading. Okay? So let's start off with pile 1. Really looking forward to seeing what Spirit has to say about your manifestation. So what is the current energy? What's the current vibe? The card that I have for you guys is, what do you need to release? You guys are really, well, your blocked card is going to give us a lot more information. I don't know yet what it is. But you really are stuck on this manifestation. You really are. I actually see you putting a lot of effort in pushing towards this and making it be. And I'm kind of getting the impression that it would serve you tremendously to let go a little bit, surrender it over. So there's almost, well, it's like a borderline, almost obsessive energy of the how, the when, the where, the who of this manifestation. And Spirit is really indicating that it's time to loosen up around that a little bit, to release the details, to hand it over to Source, to God, to the universe, however you label it, and put a little trust in that. But really release whatever control it is you're trying to have. Control is an illusion here. Okay, so that is the overall vibe. To be honest, I am picking up that it may not manifest unless you start to trust a little bit more, unless you start to so rather than saying hand it over, they're suggesting I say to delegate this to Spirit. All right, you don't have to do it alone. You're not responsible for making everything in your life come to be. I tell my clients all the time, it's like you take 1 step and the universe is going to take 5 on your behalf, or 10 on your behalf. You're trying to take 10 steps and then sitting there in deep prayer, hoping that the universe is going to deliver. And so just release that a little bit, soften up. All right, so then we hop into what's blocking you. So quite honestly, I feel like the overall energy is you're quite blocked. Oh, and then the actual what is blocking you, we have the card focus. You are hyper focused on this manifesting. It is like a lot is hinging on this for you. And the more pressure you put on it, the less, the more pressure you push on it, you put on it, the more you push for it, the more it's going to constantly evade you. So my biggest tip when I see this happening from my own personal experience, but also from, again, working with clients, seeing the typical blocks in manifestation, is to look at something different. The universe has heard your prayers. The universe has read your journal. It's read the scripts that you've done. It's seen you do the visualizing. I think you've done a lot of the This is how you manifest things. And it's time to step away from that. It's time to actually step out of that energy, because what's happening is you're trying so hard, you're so focused on it. It wouldn't be a bad idea for you to consider what it is what need this manifestation is fulfilling. You might be hinging your worth on it, your self love, your future, your entire future is a big thing coming through on this thing coming to be. All right. So just again, like loosen up a little bit around it. Look at something different. I am picking up that other areas of life may need some TLC right now, but you are so focused on this and hammering away at this that other things are kind of slipping. Okay. So take a look at the other aspects in your life. Start to consider how you can make some conscious choices to upgrade those areas or make them better, or at least have them not fall apart. Okay, so that's what's blocking you. It's your focus. If that's resonating, if you spend a lot of time thinking about it, focusing on it, one of the things you're focusing on is the fact that it has not yet manifested, which that's the vibration you're sending out. Why isn't this manifested? You're manifesting more lack, more separation, more of the same. And you want to start focusing on what you do want. For you guys, a powerful way forward is going to be just not focusing on this at all. Shift your vibration completely, shift your focus. All right, and so that is kind of a step, but the next card is a step forward for you. And I have the beautiful 9 of Earth, which what I love about this, and it even says this on the card, it's really about enjoying life's luxuries. This manifestation is big for you. You've put a lot of weight in it. You've put all your eggs in this basket. And when you start to look other places, you're going to find more that you want to manifest in life. There's a very limited focus here, there's a limited mindset as well, but just the intensity in which you're trying to manifest this is actually preventing this from manifesting. So take a look at the other areas of life. Take a look at what's going really well. That will serve you a lot in this pile. It does say spending quiet time alone, and I think that there's a lot of reflection that might want to be done for those of you who were drawn to this first pile. Again, because there's something that hinges, there's some, your happiness is what I'm picking up, hinges on this manifesting. I've been there. It's a hard place to be. There's so much more life has to offer, and I think your life is already full of them, but you're not looking at them because you're focused on this manifestation. And look, I want to be very clear. I'm not saying that this will never manifest, and I'm not even getting that vibe at all. I do think you need to soften around the details. What I'm picking up on, though, is that there's a lot of healing that needs to be done with this pile in order for you to receive. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the signs. So right off the bat, number 9 is going to be significant. It might be your life path number. It could be that you were born in September. It could be that you were born on the 9th day of the month, or I don't know, just the number 9. If it resonates, you're going to know how it resonates. The number 14, which whittles down to a 5, is also going to be a sign. So the 555, going to the grocery store and buying a pack of gum and having it be 555, Spirit saying change is coming. With 999, or, I see 4 9s and 5 9s and 6 9s a lot right as a chapter in my life is closing, or as something is being asked to be let go of or surrendered. And I always tell people let go and surrender just purely means move forward with life rather than look back. Right? So those are 2 things. Now, the next 2 cards, so Archangel Raphael and Mother Mary will be signs, and you're like, but she's holding up the card of a cow. They are the angelic beings that work with the cow. And then the cow says, give unconditional love and grace. So love yourself. There's a lack of love for self in this pile, which is why you're trying to receive something, because then it'll be like, oh, I'm worthy. You're already worthy. And cows, I do kind of feel like you're going to start seeing cows everywhere. And just open up to receive that. Cows are very gentle. They're very loving. They're very content to just kind of allow life to be what it is, which is walking in the pasture. I I see cows all the time actually where I walk, and they're very content to just graze and then lay under trees, get up, shift. They don't have a ton of, one, they're cows. They don't have a ton of worry. They're just living. And that's what you're being invited to do right now, is to just live. All right. So just pay attention. You're going to start seeing cows. They're so beautiful. I think the power of the cow is like right in their eyes. They just have these beautiful, loving, it's like an invitation into their soul. Okay. Third chakra, not third chakra, third eye. Oh, third eye and third chakra are areas that you're going to want to balance, and you're going to start to see people speaking about, third eye activations, Manipura, third chakra activations. Those are the things that are going to start to come up. And then I also have trust your intuition. And really the main sign on this is the butterfly. Just taking a look at the back of this card. So it's saying walk in the woods. So wooded areas are going to be really soothing, and I think that's going to help ground you, and it's going to help take your focus off of your thing, your manifestation. Okay. Again, stressing, it's not that the spirit is saying, tell them that this is never going to happen. It's on the contrary, it's saying they just need to look somewhere else. They need to stop focusing so much. When I've been in this position, a lot of times spirit is like, listen, it's really hard to help you when you won't get out of the way. All right. So that is what I have for you, pile one. Let me know how that resonates. I have some information in the video description of how you can follow me and work with me more and support my work if you feel called, just the different communities that I run and all the other places I do pick a cards and share my teachings. So go ahead, pile one, let me know. And as always, if you feel called, like, comment, share, follow, it all helps expand our community. All right. So pile two, what do I have for you? Let me make sure. Okay. So what is the current vibe surrounding your manifestation? It's a good one. There's room for work, but it's a great card. So expect powerful change. One of the things that you guys have done really well, I think, is you've done the legwork around it. I think that there's been a lot of healing for you. One of the things that I think trips you up, and I see this again all the time, is we're working towards something and we're doing it, and then we're kind of looking back to make sure it's coming. And if we don't see it coming, then we kind of fall out of that high vibration that we need to hold in order to receive. Okay, so one of the things I really would love to see this pile two, if you were drawn here, is to expect this manifestation to actually come to be. One of the things that you're starting to feel like it's never going to happen, I should move on, I should let go and surrender, but it's the energy of giving up, throwing in the towel. Don't. Just anticipate that it's going to come. Loosen your grip around the when. I feel like for you guys specifically, it's like, when is it going to happen? And if you close your eyes and tune into your manifestation, I almost can guarantee, because I feel it coming, I feel like you're going to sense it. You're going to feel it coming right towards you. But what happens is it's coming towards you because you're not seeing the physical manifestation of it. You're like, it's coming. Where is it? And as you're looking for it and not seeing it, you close yourself off. So you have to stay open to it. All right. But again, I'm feeling like time is a big thing for you guys. With this new moon eclipse card, one of the things that I think can be very triggering for you, especially when we have these eclipse seasons coming up, is hearing the whole, and it's like rampant in the community right now, which like cycles are ending, karmic cycles are closing, they're forever closing, right? They're forever ending. And one of the things is you hear that and you're like, am I going to wake up tomorrow and just no longer want this? Or is this the cycle that's closing for me? That's not the case, okay? If you're going to close a chapter, if you're going to close a cycle, close the chapter, put the period at the end of the sentence where you're like feeling like it's not going to happen or it's not going to come. All right. So you guys have just like a little shift to make, but it's a big one, and it's going to make the difference between receiving and continuing to block it. All right. So let's take a look at what is actually blocking it. I only looked at the first card of these piles. So what's blocking it is your fear, the fear of not receiving it. And you no longer are going through life, worried it's not going to come, not the way you once were. There's still some of that fear there. It's the fear of maybe I should try manifesting something different. Maybe I should give up on what I really want and just accept, accept whatever, something else. And so you have some work to do around that fear. I'm hearing like time is of the essence. Whatever timeline you are working on, Source isn't working on it. They have their own, and it's so much better than the one that you have on your heart. And I know that doesn't always feel wonderful to hear, but just know it's in the hands of Source. If you can trust anybody with your heart's prayer, it's Source energy. So take a look at what those fears are really telling you. There's a lot of this, thank you, the energy of self-imposed deadlines. I just heard somebody say, who is she saying thank you to? So when my team drops something into my awareness, I do thank them. It's habit. I just appreciate everything that they offer. Okay. But we see this beautiful, this woman, she's just like letting things be completely uncaged, being wild, being free. And then there's this part of her that's still trapped within, that's still feeling blocked. And that is kind of your process right now. Things in general are getting better in your life. Things are moving forward. And it's like, but why isn't this coming? Or why isn't this matching up and lining up? My love, it's going to come. Keep going in the direction you're going on. Keep investing in yourself and your happiness. Keep raising your vibration through gratitude and through being just focused and in love with yourself, your process, your life, and whatever else is coming or whatever this manifestation is, it's going to join. It's going to integrate with the rest of your beautiful life that you have worked so hard to create. Okay. Beautiful message for you guys. Next is the tip. So how can you get out of this fear? How can you start to step more into, I expect this because I deserve this, and I know I deserve this. It's really interesting. So this is Major Arcana card. This is number 20. So wasn't I just saying to you guys about closing a chapter, closing the end of a cycle? This is approaching conclusion. So I do feel like it's within reach. It's coming. But with renewal, where it says time to move in a new direction, the one thing I do want to highlight is checking in with that fear, like we talked about, checking in with your worth, because it's like, I know what I'm worthy of, but maybe this thing will never be worthy, or maybe this isn't just meant to be. Check in there. It's time to move in a new direction, not as in move away from what you really want. Move in the direction of full-blown faith that you are worthy of it. It is going to be a mutual joining of you and the manifestation. But again, it's like time frame. The longer it takes, the more you doubt your worth. That just came through for you. So just check in with that. The other thing, and this came through in another recent pick a card, and this is a big one. So one thing with this renewal card is about evaluating the work that you're doing. So one thing, not a bad idea to do routinely, because you guys do kind of go after what you want. Make sure that everything you're doing is actually creating the result that you want, or you can at least feel good about doing it. If you don't enjoy the process or the journey towards what you're manifesting or towards that goal, usually you're not going to stick with it. So just make sure that everything you're doing, every action you're taking, and these are the repetitive ones that you're doing. It's like consistent posting on social media, consistent meditation, consistent gratitude. Make sure that you're seeing some sort of benefit from it. So with the example of gratitude, make sure that as you are doing your gratitude, that it's not just like, I'm going to just list out gratitudes because I've heard that this is what I need to do in order to manifest my heart's deepest prayer. Really step into your gratitude. Really take on the energy of gratitude. Don't just let it become another thing you were told you have to do, and so you're going to do it. That's going to be helpful for you. What signs, what signs and what else am I talking about here today? What signs and synchronicities is Spirit going to use? Okay. These are manifestations that you put out right around the eclipse season. So whenever you're viewing this, this is a timeless reading. Look at when the last eclipse was, whatever closest eclipse it was, and consider, maybe even revisit your journal, revisit your scripting journals, and take a look at what it was that you were in the process of, because it was started then. The process of really calling it in, really welcoming it in, started in that moment. The numbers, so the 222 is going to be huge for you. So we have card number 20. So some of you are going to be in your 20s, you know, whittles down to a 2. So maybe you were born in February, or you just, life path number 2, you see 2s a lot. But the 2 is going to be the biggest number that Spirit uses, and you want to really consider what that means for you. Yeah, trying to... Anything else popping out? Nothing. So crown chakra energy is really going to be another thing that you want to check in with, consider, and you'll watch for, and the color purple. So the crown chakra activations, when you read about that, just know that that's kind of the energy that you're in right now. The other number, so we have the number 11, it whittles down to that 2 again. So again, 2 is going to be that major number that is Spirit is using. And I actually just looked at my timer and it says 2112 on it. Okay, so 2s and 1s, we'll say 2s and 11s. I'm not picking up too much 11, even though that's on the card, but if it resonates for you. Okay, other things, crows and ravens, which are transformation, change, signs of Odin, the Morrigan, Freya as well. Okay, and so what else? We have the animal, the pig. This has archangels Mary, Gabriel, and Uriel, so they will probably be dominant energies, but it says maintain self-worth and self-esteem. So know that you deserve this. Know that it's coming. It is like, it's time will tell. It's any kind of anything to do with time is going to be a big thing. So you might be at the craft store and see something that says all things in good time or whatever, and that's a message for you. That's a sign for you, okay? And that's going to be happening a lot. So anyway, pigs, we also have that blue rose. So actually blue Tara is coming up as well. But pigs are that self-love, that self-worth, and self-esteem. So tune into where you are at with your healing in those 3 areas. I think they're all kind of one area personally. And then we have the Make Waves card, which is all of this marine life, the whale. So make sure that you're continuing to sing your soul song. Don't dim to fit in. Don't change what you're saying so that, like, it's like, maybe if I say this, I can manifest it. Maybe if I do this, I'll receive it. Don't change. You're on a great path. Keep going. But also a lot of water signs are going to be drawn to this pile. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, particularly Pisces energy I'm picking up. Big message for you. Don't be afraid to believe that it's coming. It's the overall theme in your reading. Okay? All right, pile 2, that's what I have for you. If you love this video, go ahead, like, comment, follow, maybe share it with a soul family member that would enjoy it as well. I just would be so appreciative of that. And you can check out ways to continue to work with me in the video description. But love you. Thank you for being here. All right, let's go ahead, pile 3. I feel like pile 3, you've watched the entire video, perhaps. Just, you guys love the pick of cards. I'm picking up that some of you are readers yourself. So hello and welcome. First card off, or up. So what is the current vibe around your manifestation? So it's the Hold Your Vision card. And I actually have Hold Your Vision up on my board above my desk because this is such a powerful message. When you know what you want, stick with it, stay with it. What you guys are doing really well, and Spirit wants you to know this, what you are doing exceptionally well is you know what you want to feel. You aren't necessarily manifesting something specific. Even if you drew it into your heart and picked a pile off of that, I feel like you guys have a really beautiful idea of this is the general vision, but you're very open, you're very receptive right now. You're feeling very high vibe, quite honestly, because the insight is coming in and it's like hard to even translate. So stick with the way you are viewing your manifestation. Really stay centered on, I want to feel this way. So example, if you want to say you want to open up to a really loving person and a really loving romantic partner, you're not as focused on it being a specific person. You aren't as focused on like the laundry list of qualities that they have. Like they have to have this amazing job. They have to, you know, have, have kids or whatever it is. You really have like shifted into, I want this person to be really stable. I want them to feel really secure. So you've focused on qualities and I'll say energetic traits or energetic traits rather than external factors. And that is going to work magic in regards to your manifestation. And that can be the same as like business, right? So maybe you're in business, not necessarily hoping to start one, but you're full blown in it. And you're like, well, I really want to hit my next 2K in the next 3 weeks, rather than like, I really want to hit my next 2K by offering this service. You're like, I just really want to open up to my financial abundance and really take the easiest route possible. Roll out the carpet, spirit. So you're doing beautifully. Okay, so stay with that, hold the vision, hold that feeling. And also continue, which I think you're already doing, continue to look for the experiences in your everyday life that create those feelings. So, in regards to the relationship, you want someone who is going to know how to make a plan. So, make those plans for yourself because it's sending out that vibration and pulling them to you, or pulling those clients to you, pulling that income to you, those soul sisters to you, whatever it is. It's literally like your vibration is oh, they corrected me. So you're not pulling them, you're inviting them. So stay your course. You are doing so well. All right. So what is blocking it? Boundaries. Whoa, I wasn't seeing that one coming for you guys. Just tuning in. All right, here we go. So you guys have done a lot of work on boundaries because you've always been the giver. So when I say like you're energetically pulling people into you, you used to attract a lot of people, a lot of situations, a lot of things that depleted your energy. And you've done significant amount of work surrounding that, but the work is not done, and Spirit wants you to know that. What I'm seeing in my third eye, I'm actually seeing a lot of you, your manifestation is like, how can I have a successful business, or how can I increase my abundance? Your biggest thing, your biggest block right now is that in order to receive, you have to give. And sometimes you do overgive. So you want to stay present with that. As soon as you start feeling tired, burnt out, bitter, or resentful, that is a huge sign to you to pull back your energy. And for some of you, it's going to feel like, oh, but I'm in the thick of this, or I'm in the heart of this. How can I just like get up and abandon it? You don't have to abandon it, but you do need to kind of walk away, step aside, or tune into why you're pouring so much out, or why you're giving without receiving. But they want you to know, as much as you still have some work to do here, you have done so much healing, and that's something to really be proud of. So don't hear like boundaries again. Damn, like I've been doing this for 5 years. When am I going to get a different message? This is like they're showing me like the way the gas light goes on. It's just like, just check in, make sure, go refuel, and come back. For many of you, you're already receiving hints of this manifestation. So maybe you're not making the big bucks yet, but you're starting to see some income flow in. Maybe you haven't met the one person that you're calling in right now in regards to romance, but perhaps you're seeing, a lot of friends come towards you, or people that have a lot of the same qualities that you're trying to manifest in a romantic partner. But you are already seeing the external manifestation. So continuously check in with your boundaries. Make sure that you're not depleting your system and your resources. Stay in the high vibe that you're in. Don't burn yourself out. Don't throw yourself forward, or don't throw yourself into giving. Thank you. In order to receive it, you're going to naturally receive it. And like I said, you already are. All right. So what's your tip? Well, that matches so well with this this boundaries. So it's the Knight of Water, which is really about balancing your emotions. So one of the things that I see you guys doing is you give a ton, and like your process is you give a ton. Maybe it's content. Maybe you produce a ton of free content, and then you're not getting any new clients, any new followers, whatever it is you're trying to manifest. And so you get burnt out and you pull back completely and you walk away, then you come back and it's like you repeat that pattern. And so what you want to do over the next couple of months, this is a longer time frame for this manifestation to come into its fullest expression. You're going to see benefits. You're going to see the abundance of it before that, but to come into its fullest expression, it's a really evening out of your process. So not going all in all the time and then burning out and needing to walk away. Or they're saying, well, I was saying walk away and they were saying run away. But it's really about finding the fluidity of giving and receiving. So the way I see that playing out, I'm going to focus on business because I'm picking that up heavy in this pile. Rather than throwing yourself at it for a month, not seeing any results and walking away, don't throw yourself at it. Take a couple of steps, allow, couple of steps, allow, couple of steps, allow. And during that allowing time, some of the things that you're going to be doing instead of pushing your content out, pushing your services out, showing up daily, is you're going to take care of yourself. Okay, so really right now it's about giving and receiving in balance. For you. You're naturally givers. You're naturally going to receive this manifestation, but the thing that's tripping you up right now is that not healthy cycle that you're in. And it's an energetic cycle. It's giving so much and then not having anything left to give. All right. You guys wake up on Monday morning like ready to hit the ground running, and by Thursday you've depleted it, but you still have stuff that's like on the to-do list, and so you push through them. Don't push. That's having the opposite of what you're going for. All right, so signs and syncs that Spirit's going to use. So I have the number 12, which will break down to a 3, and I know you guys can't really see. I'm working on my video quality. I've been saying that for a year. Eventually I will legitimately be working on my video quality, oh wow, okay, so card number 12 breaks down to a 3. This has another 3 on the card. It's the wax and give us 3. So 3 is going to be a powerful number for you guys. Just know you are supported by the masters every step of the way. I feel like this is a pretty, this manifestation is a high calling. It's not, I don't necessarily think it's a relationship. This is a high calling of service. Okay. All right, guys. So, oh, wow. I'm going to actually skip to the card that I've been doing last, and I'll get back to the other one. So unplug. That's just reinforcing the cycle that you're in, that it's time to disconnect from it and really start to create a healthy workflow for yourself. You guys are going to be seeing the beach in a lot of things. You're going to be called to the beach. Take the vacation. I know we're living in weird times, but take the vacation. Go to the beach. Come visit me in Florida. If you come, let me know. Send me a little note. My email's in the video description. And the other thing I'm going to point out, and it's such a small detail, but I don't know why it's jumping out at me. There's going to be some what they're expressing is overlap within a book. So she has her hand on a book. You are going to be reading a book, and certain things are going to be like, oh yeah, okay, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Or what I think is going to actually happen is you're going to be reading like a business book. You're like, oh, I'm doing better than I realized, or I know more than I thought. And you're not going to burn yourself out. So final sign is the beautiful dove. So birds, white feathers, they're going to come through, but peace and harmony. So it is about finding that harmony in the give and take, the harmony within yourself, that you don't have to burn yourself out in order to receive your manifestation. The answer isn't doing more things. It's really, for you guys, the answer is less action, is taking less action, not burning yourself out, but giving and taking in ease. And Spirit will use doves, white feathers, white birds to communicate that with you. Yeah, I'm picking up like second chakra energy. Actually, now that I say that, that even aligns with the balancing of your emotions. So just stay present with your emotions. Stay present with I was going to say the give and take, but I've said that a ton. Stay present with your, oh, I like that. Thank you. This is a beautiful tip for you guys. So one of the things you want to do is to start to stay very present with your cycle. And what you're going to start doing is, and this isn't your menstrual cycle, I mean, it could sync up to that, but your work process of the what comes or what starts to happen as you approach burnout. And then you're going to start to be able to backtrack so you don't let it get so far. So just monitor that, right? If you are the one who hits the ground running on Monday, maybe you schedule in Tuesday afternoon off so you can still show up Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Maybe Saturday and Sunday. You guys work all sorts of times. But all right, pile 3, that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for joining. Let me know in the comments how it resonates. Let me know what you're working on. This pile sounds really exciting and like they have a ton going on. Would love to hear. But I love you so much. Like, follow, share if you feel called. But yeah, love you. Have a beautiful day. Bye.